Welcome everybody. This is 1.3 PEMDAS with fractions. Right, so we have our objectives for today. We're going to learn how to use PEMDAS to evaluate expressions with fractions. All we're doing is the same thing, order of operations, PEMDAS, but we're just adding in fractions. Okay, let's just do a quick review. How to multiply fractions, right? So when you multiply fractions, we just multiply the numerators, the top values. So we multiply across. Right, so we got 2 times 1 gives us this 2, and then we got 5 times 2 gives us the 10. All right, we just multiply across. So we get 2 over 10. We can reduce that by dividing the top and bottom by 2, right? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? So when we multiply fractions, all you have to do, multiply across and simplify if needed. Dividing fractions, we're using keep, change, flip, right? Or multiply by the reciprocal. Yeah, so we take in our division, so 1 divided by 3, divided by this next fraction, 16 over 9. So to divide these, we just flip it, right? So multiply by the reciprocal. Reciprocal is when you flip it over. So it'll be 9 over 16, and then we multiply it the same way. 1 times 9, 9, 3 times 16 gives us that 48. And that's our answer. And we can reduce that by dividing top and bottom by 3 to get 3 over 16. Okay, whenever you flip a fraction, the resulting fraction is called a reciprocal when we flip it around. So flip it over, it is a reciprocal. So keep, change, flip. That's how we divide fractions. Okay, example 1. So all we're doing is adding in fractions. So we have 2 over 5 times 10 squared, right? We can do parentheses, there's no operations, there's none. Then we got exponents, 10 squared, 10 times 10, 100. So 2/5 times 100, and then we multiply. So 2/5 times 100, 100. We change it into a fraction, right? So our 100 needs to be a fraction. So we get 2 times 100 equals 200. 5 times 1, 5. Divide that, you get 40. 40. And then divide by 4 next, we get 10. And no add or subtract. Follow PEMDAS, right? Next one, we have multiply, exponent, addition, multiply, subtraction. So parentheses, there's no operations in there. When we do exponent, 6 squared, 6 times 6, 36. 1/3 times 36, we just multiply across there. 1 times 36 over 3. So 1 times 36, 36 over 3. Divide that, we get 12. So 12, and then we got 5 times 6 is 30. Then we have addition, subtraction, we go left to right. 12 plus 30, 42, minus 18, 24. Okay. This one, same thing. If we have numerator, denominator, we treat the numerator as a parentheses, a whole thing. So we do that first. Then we do the denominator, and then we divide last. Right? So if we have a fraction or rational expression, we figure out the top, figure out the bottom, then divide last at the end. Okay, let's see. Can you solve this problem right here? So 9 minus 3 divided by 1/3 plus 1. Let's do our steps. So PEMDAS, so P, there's no parentheses, right? None. Exponent, there's none. Multiply or divide. So we do have a division right here. So we want to divide that. So 3 divided by 1/3 is the same thing as we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So 3 times 3 over 1. And we multiply across. We get 3 over 1 times 3 over 1, which is 9 over 1 equals just 9. Right? So this is 9. Bring everything else down. 9 minus that plus 1. And now we have add or subtract. We go left to right. 9 minus 9, 0. Plus 1, we get 1. All right, 0 plus 1, 1. So our answer is 1. Okay, let's do the first example right here. So 1 is 1/2 2 squared. So we have a rational expression, right? A fraction. So we're going to take our numerator first. Let's do that one first, right? So our numerator, then we got denominator. Right, so I'm just going to write n first. So numerator, 1/2 2 squared. We get 1/2. We do exponents first, right? 2 squared, 2 times 2, right? 2 twice is 4. So we just have to multiply. What is 1/2 times 4? So that's just 1/2 times 4 over 1. And then we multiply across. 1 times 4 and 2 times 1. So 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 1, 2. 4 divided by 2, 2. Right, so our numerator is 2. Then we're going to do our denominator. Our denominator is just 1 minus 5. So 1 minus 5 is negative 4. That's our denominator, negative 4. And then we're going to divide last. So we got 2 over negative 4. And we're going to reduce this. Divide the top by 2. Divide the bottom by 2. We get 1 over negative 2. Or just negative 1/2. Right there. So that's the first one. Okay, next one. Number 2. Right, so we have PEMDAS. We're going to write out our steps. So parentheses. We have a parentheses, but we don't have any operations in it, so we skip that because there's no operations, so none. Exponents, yes, we do. We do have an exponent, right? So it's 3 squared, which is 3 twice. 3 times 3 is 9. So this right here is 9. Then we bring everything down, right? 1/3, parentheses 9 plus 8. Then multiply or divide. We do have that. We have 1/3 times 9. So 1/3 times 9 is equal to 1/3 times 9 over 1. And we multiply across. 1 times 9, 9. 3 times 1, 3. 9 divided by 3, 3. Right, so this one is 3. And then we just add 8. And that's our addition. So add or subtract, we add 8, we get 11. So this is 11. So our solution is 11, right there. Just following PEMDAS with fractions, that's it. Okay, number 3. Same thing, parentheses. Now we do have an operation in the parentheses, right? We do have a parentheses with operations in it. So 15 minus 19 is, or 15 minus 9 is 6. Right, so that's 6. So we get 5 over 2, parentheses 6 minus 8. Now what do we have? Do we have exponents? No. So this is none. We do have multiply and divide because we have a number next to the parentheses. Right, we got to find out what is that, right? 5 over 2 times 6 is 5 over 2 times 6 over 1. And we multiply across. 5 times 6, 30. 2 times 1, 2. 30 divided by 2, 15. So that's 15. And we still have that minus 8. So that's our last part, right? So 15 minus 8 equals 7. So that is equal to 7. So our answer is 7, right there. So all we're doing, PEMDAS, right, parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add, subtract, and we're just doing it with fractions, multiplying across.